Hello the people, Vestin here with more Resident Evil 2. I have the spell ink ribbons on me. I ought not to. Might as well get to the item box and ditch them. There's a number of things I want to do. I have big plans indeed, and I need most of these things. Since I have just reloaded a save, well, reloaded, I've just loaded a save. It's not like I'm redoing this, oh no I'm not. The game is far too simple for that. I might as well deposit the red jewels where they belong, and I should be able to retrieve what I need to retrieve. Was that upstairs? I do believe it was upstairs. Down that corridor, I needed to get the explosives to get further. I will have to dispatch the liquors at some point anyway. So maybe I should head upstairs first. It's going to be a decent bit of progress. It's going to free up inventory slots. Is the most important part. It's going to free up the inventory slots that I absolutely desperately need. I also should pay attention to what's right in front of me rather than just musing on what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip the Magnum. Need to be careful with it, but it should execute liquors with a single shot. Here's another item box. As far as I recall, there should be 2 liquors on the other side, unless I've already executed them. I don't remember at this juncture. But yes. If that's the case, then great. If that's not the case, I can just slay them. Then we go over to the art room and plug in both the virgin hearts into the respective virgins. Alright? This might be stressful to the tiniest extent. Die. Die. I'm sorry. Die? Thank you. That's 3 bullets from the precious Magnum. Maybe I should reload at this point. How are you doing? He's in caution. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I probably should. He's so horribly injured. Remark on this. Both the helicopter and the destroyed. Doesn't look like it's possible to get to the other side. You mean without using explosives? I presume liquor's gonna crash in. You know, in hindsight, maybe. Actually, no, I don't deserve. If I die, I die. If I fail, I just deserve to fail. And I should reload. Plus, it will allow me to save ammo. I've wasted 2 Magnum rounds, I guess. It's not that bad. It certainly could have been worse. Still, I am ashamed of myself. I'll have to heal. The virgin hearts are interchangeable, by the way. Every single virgin has a heart compatible with another virgin. But yeah, sometimes you fail. Sometimes you miss a shot or 2. Sometimes you get injured a bit. Will you take the king plug? Whoa! You've taken the king plug. That's intriguing. A plug of some sort in the shape of a king. That looks familiar. At least as far as the remake of Resident Evil 2 is concerned, not necessarily the base game, not necessarily the experience I had with Claire. Oh no. I can see where this is going. We'll have to mess with these underground. Yes, presumably, therefore, we are going to access the lab via a completely different route. For now, I will put this away. I will retrieve some healing for Leon. And he's just fine. Great, I have the Magnum with me with 3 bullets. That's not particularly impressive. I also have the shotgun. Should I stock up on weapons? That sounds like I'm tempted to take a lot with me. I'm just considering taking the handgun. Oh, and the handgun ammo. Yeah, just to fill my inventory slots, because clearly that's gonna be handy. I don't know. Well, at this juncture, I would say I should ditch the Magnum. Yeah, unless... I'm kind of going to need the Magnum. But if I do that, I'm filling up way too many slots. Fine, I can ditch the pistol ammo. At which point the pistol will become pretty useless pretty soon. Ugh. Inventory management can be pretty annoying in this game, can it not? Either way, I do need to head downstairs to these two spots. There might be some liquors involved, I don't know. And where has the Tyrant gone exactly? What is going on as far as that's concerned? In the remake, it was just trying to hunt me down, following me this entire time, but I guess I am supposed to presume that it's doing its thing. And that theoretically it is trying to get to me, it just has no idea how to navigate the precinct in order to find me. Why am I going through here? That's not the path I want to take, is it? Alright, the path is actually through here, if I recall correctly. Through there, then... Yes, instead of going to the office, I go to the side. Very straightforward. I've been here numerous times. But it has been a while. I do, however, need to be cautious, pay attention to, I don't know, any zombies that may have intruded upon this place. There are windows through which zombies could ingress. Gotta keep that in mind. Gotta stay on my toes. This is the door. Walking on shards of broken glass, we use the diamond key, and... what lies inside? Will the liquor break through to the other side? Or will it not? Because if it does, you know what I'll do? I'll execute it with a magnum. Or perhaps I'll flee. So, do you know what I'll do? Because I don't seem to know what I'll do. Pick up the first aid spray. Actually, don't pick up the... Actually, do pick up the first aid spray. Never mind. Decisiveness! Will you take the rook plug? Yes. Run! Oh, that was a beautiful miss. My goodness, was that one hell of a miss. Does that mean that there's no liquor in the other room? Because it seems like it to me. How many liquors can you have though? It's the same liquor that broke through, was it not? Never mind. I could hypothetically try to execute it. I don't think there's anything to pick up over there. Now, there is the distinct possibility that I will end up missing out on some plugs. Okay. No, I was about to say that I think this is when zombies break through. But they never do they? Not over here. I presumably have mistaken this place for another one entirely. Or maybe it works out differently over here. Yeah, of course it does, because the other place where they can break in is another place where you have the shutters and therefore the option to protect that spot. I will not have that choice, not in this playthrough. I presume I won't, at the very least. I will dart in here, pop in very quickly to deposit the plug. The rook plug. I'm not gonna lug it around with me. That's kind of pointless. I don't need the healing either. I'm doing just fine the way things are. And I'm gonna use up the key the moment I go over there. To the final door opened up by the diamond key. And how will I get in there exactly? Via the path out upstairs? Via the library? That seems like a reasonable plan. The alternative is just unpalatable. Indeed. So upstairs we go. I could hypothetically try to solve the puzzle in the library while I'm at it. We can't go through here because Marvin, of course, has locked himself in. We will only see him as a zombie, or maybe he will have been executed by the time we meet him. I do not know. I am merely speculating to buy time. As I am wont to. We enter the library. Anything of note over here, Leon? Company data, files, primarily on Umbrella. Yes, 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 yes. None of these books appear useful. They never do, do they? None of these books are all profiling investigation. Yeah. What about this thing? Nope. Plenty of chairs here. I did not come here to solve this. Yeah, and I may as well not try to solve it, if for no other reason than because I don't have the gear. I could try to bypass the liquor, that's kind of pointless, so it doesn't make a difference whether I have the gear or not, I guess. Not that much of a difference anyway. I'm trying to stay vigilant, because at every turn I could hypothetically be surprised, at every turn I could get a liquor tossed my way, a new zombie popping up in a spot. I don't think there'll be new zombies popping up, not in places I've already visited. So there's that. We go downstairs. Whoa! Yes, they've repopulated this area, so this place as well. Huh. Boom. Huh. Okay. Yeah. That was only a small taste of what is to come. After all, once I go through the Diamond Doll, there'll be even more zombies barreling down the windy path my way. It's not that windy. I'm over exaggerating over here. Use the diamond key. The key is useless now. Discard it. Okay. Bring him on. I can always back away. Go and heal in the dark room, should I choose to. Hello? 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 Okay. Well, I expected hordes of undead cops, but apparently I get nothing. Yeah, a film. What an interesting development this shall be, once I, develop the film. I'm on a roll, and so is it. The lock is broken and can't be opened. Well, that's rather unfortunate, don't you think? What about this? Does it require a small key? No, but you can get stuck on it. Okay. What is this? What is it labeled as? I can't tell what's on the film until I develop it. Fine. We go through here. Over there. To the dark room. The difficult part... we don't have a key for this, do we? It's locked, special kind of key is required. Presumably this is where you change your outfit. What was I even talking about? Film B! Pictured in front of the Arukas tailor, regressed into a zombie within 2 hours. Subject repeatedly complained about severe agitation of the epidermis, in addition to feelings of nausea. This happened up to the moment he lost consciousness. Pictured by R. Lambert. Great, that's wonderful. We don't have that many documents yet, but I'm getting them in order. So I'm not missing out on any, as far as I can tell anyway. The difficult part with these isn't actually developing them, it's acquiring them in the first place. Because they're kinda hidden. let's take more pistol ammo. I don't think I will eagerly use pistol ammo. I have 15 shots in the shotgun. If that's not enough stopping power to deal with something, I'll presumably resort to using the Magnum. I don't think I will resort to using the pistol. Unless the situation is really dire, so what's the point? I don't know, let's not take it. He's also doing fine, so I'm not taking any healing with me either. I should do just fine. I'm not saving, I'm not taking more ammo, I'm not juggling my inventory at all. I'm just going through here and presumably facing Malvin. If that's a boss fight, then so be it. Am I prepared? I don't know. It would be wise to save before a boss fight, but no. Let's go through here, see what happens. Yes? Whoa. It's just a couple of zombies though. But the music is intense. Hello. And goodbye. If I needed heal, come on. You don't have a head anymore. Get with the program. Yes, yes, I know. Brains. Get in line, gentlemen. I don't have all day. Come on. Come on. Just thank you. Sheesh. Takes them a while, but then again... Guess I shouldn't be too hard on them. Come on. Please shamble in this general direction. With relative haste. Come on. Up with your head. And up with your head. Mm-hmm. Let's reload. Any more shambling? No? Is that it? Are we done here? Would certainly hope so. It's today's date, September the 29th. Michael Festival. Is it an actual holiday or is it a guy's name? I don't know. Maybe it's the Festival of Michaels. Who knows? Unlock this, please. Thank you. Now it's accessible. Let's pick up the 2 quest items from this place. Both of them shining bright. Yes, get extra handgun ammo. Yes, yes, there's waiting room by the reception desk. You mean there's a waiting room by the reception desk? Articles. A small key! I know just where to use that. I know exactly where to use that. Do I actually know where to use that? I don't know where to use that, do I? Over here, I think the desk is by the entrance to the library. Of course, I am going to desperately keep on clicking because they hide useful items behind scenery. As annoying as it may be. You just need to keep on clicking if you want to find more ammo. Are you desperate? Have you cleared out the room? Well, be a patient man and keep clicking on the scenery. Okay, fine. I think we're done here. Anything else? Malvin, perhaps? What is that? Is that another small key? Is that a particular key? Anything of note? We shall see. We shall find out momentarily. It's a photo stand, possibly a family photo. You could check the photo, you know. Will you take the precinct key? Finally! We don't find this thanks to irons. We find this right here. Courtesy of Malvin? I don't know. Maybe there's more than one key of a given type. It would stand to reason. It absolutely would. And now that we have these keys, I presume we should use them. Alright, brilliant. I'm out here. There's one spot where we need to use the hard key. Yes, one spot where we need to use the small key as well. Let's use them up. Go over here. Come on. Chop, chop. Into the east office. I'm so impatient. Nowhere near speedrunning. Yes, but desperately clicking. Then again, who wants to watch these animations? The door opening ones. You've used the hard key. The key is useless. Discarded, yes. That's why I came here to begin with. I didn't have particularly extensive plans. I just wanted to get rid of the stupid key. Okay, 5 shots. That's as many as you can have in this. Fair enough. So now I can go through which will accomplish what exactly? I think you are disgorged in a back alley. I don't think that's the path to the basement. No, it is the path to the basement, isn't it? Or is it? Oh, I can't recall at this point. I should know, but I don't. I do remember there being an absolutely horrifying path. Where you had to enter the sewer and so on. It was a frantic section, so maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't quite go for that quite yet. Besides, I have a small key that I need to make use of as soon as humanly possible. And after I've done all of this, since I'm going to go over there anyway, make use of the small key, I may as well venture up to the library and deal with everything that I can deal with over there. Not that there's much I can do, but as much as I can do, I perhaps ought to do. So I'm going to save right outside. Then I'm going to deposit the ink ribbons where they belong. And after that brief little pause in action, that little lull, I will go upstairs to the library. And out the library immediately, obviously, to use the small key. But after I'm done with that, I'll try to fall through the same hole that Claire fell through to complete the same thing Claire did. Unless, of course, it turns out that I can't do that at all, in which case, well, silly me. Okay, back here. Depositing the ribbons where they belong. I know they belong over here. The fact that these item boxes are somehow magically connected and you can retrieve items from anyone, in anyone, is amazing and spookily mystical in its own right, but whatever. Maybe you should have a series of tubes through which you send them to some central spot from which you then retrieve items. That would make sense. Yeah, these sorts of hydraulic tubes that allegedly people had in offices. Let's get locked. We use the small key. Yes, use the small key. And out of the... Will you take handgun parts? You've taken the... I'm sorry, the H-gun parts. What is this? They look like parts for a gun. Okay, can you combine these with... Can you combine them with any gun? How about I combine... You can't combine those with a shotgun, can you? How about the Magnum? How about the handgun? How about I use the handgun parts on the handgun? It doesn't take 2 slots! See handgun? Okay. What? Check. H&K VP70 burst. VP70 with a stock holder. Capable of firing 3-round auto bursts. You know what? As silly as this may seem, the fact that it only takes 1 slot and the fact that it fires 3 bullets at once seems pretty useful to me. After all, I've just told you, I'm not gonna carry the handgun, it seems pretty useless. There are so many shots I need to fire to deal with a single zombie, yada yada yada. Well, unlike in the remake, where this seems superfluous, over here it makes a degree, a shred of sense. If I can fire 3 bullets all at once at a zombie, I may, just may, use the handgun from time to time. I have plenty of ammo for it, I might as well use it up until I deplete it. Mostly on singular zombies here and there. Even in relatively close quarters, I can just unload upon them and I should be fine. Many books on this shelf about chemistry. Yes, I know, Rebecca would be, whatever, we've been over this. Of course, the books are useless, they tend to be. Will you fall through or will you have to jump down? You have fallen and you can't get up. That's okay. Power switch. Will you push it? Yes. Bronze plate with a picture on it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6, 9. Gotcha. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 4, 6, 9. 1. This is 3. Trying to move this 1. This needs to go to the right. Excellent, we get another plug. And that is the bishop plug. A plug of some sort, in the shape of a bishop. We found 3 plugs. I presume that's all the plugs we need. We have the king, the rook, and the bishop. Presumably we'll find the queen plug elsewhere. And the knight plug. I think they'll already have been plugged in to the switchboard or whatever that's gonna be. Wait, maybe the clock tower requires these. I don't know. I'm speculating. I've solved this puzzle. Might as well go up through here. Yes, and then what? And then through the door outside into the clock tower, maybe? I don't have any healing on me, but I don't think I especially need the healing on me. Okay, let's at least visit the clock tower before I go through the hard door. Do I have what I need to solve that, or will that come later? It would make sense for it to come later. There's no liquor here, is there? That's interesting. At least I can't hear one, doesn't mean there isn't one. Maybe it makes a difference that I've taken it out with Claire, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. By that logic, having taken out quite a lot, would mean quite a lot. Just making things easier for the second playthrough, even though it's supposed to be more difficult. It seems to be broken, it won't work, yeah, that's how broken things usually are, I guess, Leon. Any remarks on these cogs, anything? It's a square hole. We need a crank, don't we? Yeah, not a valve handle, but a crank. I presume we need a crank to be able to lower the steps. Okay, we don't have that, so we should presumably leave, at least for now. That was utterly pointless. Well then, since there's basically only one place we can go, let's go to that particular place, shall we? No, I don't mean getting stuck on bookcases. That's not particularly useful. I do mean, let's go through here. No, not getting stuck on bookcases again in a different way entirely. We go through here. We head on out. Onto the balcony, as I have decided to call it, because guess what? That's what it is, effectively. Huge balcony, but a balcony nonetheless. We go down the ladder, and... do I have to make a stop to pick anything up, or can I just leave? I could hypothetically drop off a single plug, and if I can, I presumably ought to. I'm going all the way around, completely pointlessly, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. And since I'm on my way to the item box, I might as well grab some healing while I'm at it, because for all I know, going through there might be extremely painful for him. I could take all the plugs, perhaps I need them, perhaps I don't. How powerful do I want the healing? Regular sized healing, please. Also, let's try to reload this. No, that's as much ammo as it's gonna take. Alright. We go through here, I'm not saving again, and through the door with the hot lock we go. Should Should I try to run, or should I try to take out whatever lies beyond? I do not know. I tend to make these decisions on the spot. I'm not sure that's the way I should make them, but then again, if I don't adjust based on what I see in front of me, what am I even doing? Nice. Open it all. We find some healing over here. Oh, yeah, this place is gonna be swarming with zombies. And I shouldn't have taken the healing. Look at this. Look at this. 2 units of healing right here. I should combine them immediately so that my inventory doesn't overflow. Yeah. Zombies are gonna start breaking in. I can't block the access off because I have chosen to go for the other set of shutters. Nothing? Okay. Maybe not yet. Oh, no. It's gonna happen later, after our visit here. Sure. They're just setting the stage for that inevitable encounter. It's locked. The club is at... Yes, of course. Yeah, this is the path to the basement. Oh, dearie me. Of course. That's what this is. These are the stairs down into the creepy basement. As they tend to be. Thankfully, I have the gear on me. I'll be able to expand my inventory slots. Eerie. I can always pause and switch to a different item. That's curious. There's basically nothing attacking me. And since this is Leon, his path lies elsewhere. His path is the path of the parking garage. Weapon storage, it's electronically locked. There's a card reader on the left. Yes, his path is one with Ada. You know, for all I know, there could have been Of course there's ammo here. There could have been zombies over here. Just to make things different. Too much healing. Shouldn't have taken that extra batch with me. It's like a huge vending machine. What is this? A police basement 1 map. Will you take it? Of course. Is this healing? This red box looks like something you should be able to interact with, but alas, it is not. This is the map. Interesting. There's one door that is only accessible if you have the club key. This is just a basement, so hypothetically we should be able to make our way down the manhole. But for the most part, our path is gonna be the path of the parking garage, yes. I won't be able to do much here because... Hold on, the power has been restored, hasn't it? Will I find anything in that... I can ask all of these questions, I'm not get any answers, just check. Reserve power control panel. Power can be routed to areas with insufficient power using these 5 switches. Using a power, yeah. Will you move up? Yeah. Up. So switch, will you move down? Up. Down. Power supply, okay? Okay. Oh look, the card reader is active. Yes, but I don't have the card yet. You know, at this point, with this many green herbs on me, I should just get hurt. That's probably the most rational thing I can do. Or gobble them up with no need. No, actually getting hurt first would be more rational. So I should just elect to run through zombies, then use up the resources, as in heal. Yeesh. Yeah, I can't really reload, I can't do much of anything else. Card reader, tell me that I don't have the card, please. Weapon storage is electronically locked. There's a card reader on the left. Card reader, please. The card reader is on. Which is brilliant, but I don't have the card. Ah, it's through here, isn't it? It's in the morgue, the autopsy room. I don't have the club key. Fine. We'll presumably get... As you might have guessed, I have not seen the bullets over there, but I kept on clicking anyway. Okay, let's try to riddle these puppies with bullets, if at all possible. Are there any dogs here? Come on. I can't pick up the red herb. I'm full. Ugh. That's ammo over there, isn't it? Oh, is it? No. It's one of the things I expect to be ammo, which isn't. Down you go. He's fine. Ugh. Well, tell you what, first of all, let's reload. It's not enough. Let's heal him up because he took some damage, didn't he? Let's pick up the red herb. And let's try to go down the manhole. Well, if he can't go down the manhole, I'll make it a woman hole. Because only Claire can go down the manhole is open, the ladder is down. Will you go down? I guess. Hopefully not in a bad way. Hello? Can't accomplish anything over here. It's just gonna inform me that he can't go through this little hole. The fence is broken. It's too small for an adult to enter. Okay. Will we actually get any sort of interaction over here? No, this is not the place. It's not romantic enough. We'll have to reach the parking garage. So anything of note here other than, you know, an opportunity for me to save? I don't get that impression, no. Well, at least I have my precious item box, into which I can deposit all the extra healing I've decided to lug around completely pointlessly. So if there's anything I have learned from this experience, and anything I should have learned from this experience, it is to not take extra healing. It's pointless. It's absolutely ludicrous. Don't do that. You're gonna find more than enough healing down the way. They're gonna toss it at you in copious amounts. Oh, and there's even more handgun bullets over there. Of course. Why wouldn't there be? Right, because all the ones I had right now were only the ones I've picked up along the way. Incredible. Speaking of ink, I presume I should make a save right here, right now. There's not much I can do. I won't be able to progress via this path. My next step takes me completely elsewhere. My next step is going to be to the parking garage. And then, after presumably meeting Ada and interacting with the Tyrant X in some horrifying capacity, I will visit new places. Hopefully finding the card and the club key. And after I manage to do that... Will he find the club key? Not even sure of that. I presume he will, considering the fact that the club key hides, well, blocks access to the autopsy room, which, if things work out the same way they do in Claire's playthrough, is the room in which I am going to find the card for the card reader, which I need to be able to access the weapon storage room where I'll get extra inventory slots. But, before I get on with that, let's save yet again, even though it is somewhat superfluous. Because, as I mentioned, the game isn't as difficult as one may make it out to be. It's very straightforward. Even if this is scenario B, which purportedly is supposed to be so intimidating. Alright? I think that's about it. And I think with all of this stuff, I should just go out and meet Ada. Finally. In the original. Let's do this. Will this be of any use at any point? I think I only venture here to be able to save. I think that's the only reason you would ever go here as Leon. But who knows? Maybe the path through the sewers will take us someplace interesting further down the line. Alright, through here, any new beasties? Any monsters? Zombies, lickers, anything? No, doesn't seem to be the case. Well, at the very least I've restored power. Presumably that's something I needed to do because of something that happens at the parking. Let's just get over there and get this over with. Come on. Can't wait to see what happens. Nothing so far. But we make our way through here and... Come on, I know this is his path. It's so clear. Hello!
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
And you missed. You suck.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside.
Don't get stuck on scenery during a cutscene.
If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
The quality of the recording, as far as the voice acting is concerned, is surprisingly low. Seriously, why? Yes, also, once again, the writing just... It just doesn't work. Not as well as the remake. Yeah, you listen to this and you figure out exactly why the remake sounds the way it does. What does she say in the remake? Leon keeps asking questions, predictably enough. He's a cop, he's just over here. I mean, at a police station. And there she is, all mysterious and dangerous and so on. But then again, she's more mysterious in the remake. She does have the glasses and the trench coat, and you can't really see who is down there beneath all of that gear. He keeps on asking questions and he gets no answers because obviously she's a plant. And the last thing on her mind is to tell everyone, or quite frankly anyone, who she is and what she's after. Now I get it that over here she doesn't mind to a certain extent. You could argue that to build rapport and to put his mind at ease, etc, but still, come on now. For her to just immediately introduce herself. No, actually, no, you know, to be different to a certain extent does make sense, but then again... Yeah, then to ask for his help over here kinda puts her in a different spot immediately. Okay, so, are you... Who's in charge here? What are we doing? Yeah, but yes, we're moving this. Oh, more healing. So much. Why? Why am I getting so much healing? Come on, I'm not getting hurt. I'm not gonna get hurt. They just keep showering me with green herbs. I can't go any further. Well, not yet, anyway. Talk to her. The handbrake is loose, but I can't move it alone. Okay. A very slow and awkward cutscene. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, Sure, follow me. Let's meet Ben, see him get slaughtered by the tyrant, and then flee.
Ada, wait!
That's very... I think we should go onwards first and to the left. And then we presumably go back via the path to the right and into the sewers. Just a guess, though. Presumably this is inaccessible so far, or is it? What is happening over there? Whoa. Hey. Down, boy. Will you please just go down? Thank you. Okay, a red herb to combine with the green herb. Anything else of note? Presumably we unlock these cells at some point further down the line. There's a manhole here. The lid is firmly closed. I might be able to open it with the right tool. Okay, I see. We need to pry it open eventually. Not quite yet. So let's leave this for now and follow Ada. Wrong way. Of course it's the wrong way. I should have known. Anything over here? What is this? A roll of film, I figured, yes, makes sense. Control panel to release the lock. The lock appears to be open. Okay. Yes. There's one cell here. Oh, a blue herb. Okay, I see. I don't have the inventory space for this nonsense. Blue herb, a green herb. Where's Ada?
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now.
Leon?
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Ben?
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella, based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
You locked yourself inside? Are you insane?
What's that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
What
But
the?
do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Listen, I know where I'm supposed... This was such a bizarre exchange. I know I'm harping on this, like I'm a damn angel on a cloud with a harp, but at the same time, what the hell is this exchange? Pretty much every single interaction within it, every single response was utterly inexplicable. The Ben in the remake kinda makes sense. He's over there cynical, desperate to get out of the cell. Makes sense to me. This Ben locked himself in. He's got the key to his own cell and is not willing to give it away. He's not willing to let you in the cell. Yes, Ben the incel. Somehow, when he's told that Leon is the last cop left alive, he's absolutely shocked and flabbergasted. Even though it's his damn suggestion that all of these guys out there presumably gonna die, he's the only smart guy who has decided to lock himself in and now he's surprised? What did you expect? So he figures these people are not... So when he figures there are more cops outside, he figures, no way, man, I'm staying inside here where I'm safe. When he finds out there's only one cop left, he suddenly figures, oh, well, sounds like I presume... He doesn't even leave either. That makes no sense. What is he doing? You'd think that if he was to find out that pretty much all the cops are there except for Leon, as far as we can tell, then he would conclude that he was indeed right and the threat level is so overwhelming that he's gonna be safe here. Except, of course, that he's gonna rot here, he's gonna starve to death or something. Or, you know, more likely, presumably, eventually, he's going to have to venture out. And by that point, he will have made the situation far worse by just staying in one place and doing nothing, acquiring no resources, not rendezvousing with any people, and so on. So where is this logic going? Also, to be so indignant when a guy just tries to ask him questions as he's locked in a cell over here as one of the few survivors? And for Leon to question him so aggressively on the spot when he suspects that this guy has some information and might be of use, might be help. For what? It also follows the logic from the first original game. Well, Ada is John's girlfriend purportedly, but still. Yes, I could hypothetically analyze this further, but I would have to go line by line and point out how absolutely nonsensical this is. Yes, this is a crowbar, isn't it? No, I'm sorry. No, this is not a crowbar. This is a manhole opener. You've taken the manhole opener. A tool to open the manhole. I'm sorry, no, this is not a crowbar. This is a bona fide manhole opener. As in, you put in that end and then you tug on the thing and you lift a manhole cover. That's literally what it is, and I'm wrong. I'm completely and utterly wrong. That's literally what I've encountered, and for once, I am being too harsh on the game. Is there a
kennel in the back of the building? Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
And tell me, Ben, why exactly do you think it's smart for you to stay locked up in a cell in a city that has been taken over by zombies if you yourself admit that the thing to do right now is to flee the city? What is your plan here exactly? How do you... I just don't know what to tell you, people. I should develop the film, but... Am I willing to go all the way back? You know, when he tragically gets slaughtered by the tyrant, I can understand that. I can feel bad for the guy. It makes a degree of sense. Oh no, we need to get out of here. How about I go all the way back to the dark room, develop the film, and then come back here? You know, fair point, I could do that. But, you know, if I do indeed do that, there's a bit of a downside to that procedure. Namely, presumably the zombies will start spawning. And I'll have to take them out all the way over there. On the other hand, if I go ahead, I think I'm in a reasonable spot, because presumably I'll be coming back anyway, because there's an additional key I have not yet retrieved. Am I so desperate to develop this film right here, right now? No, because presumably it'll tell me basically nothing. Can you go in here? No. But at least the dog is dead. Right, of course. No, you swoop into the side. Tell me that the manhole cover lifter is now useless. It is! Well, that leaves a free slot for me to pick up a blue herb or something. Should I actually go back there and pick up the blue herb? There might be some items further up ahead, so I won't. Do I go down the ladder? I guess. Do we encounter powerful, horrifying monsters now? I don't know. Well, depends. What do you view spiders as? Fine, run. It's one way to approach things, I guess. And past the spiders we go, up the steps. I've ignored both of them, completely. I care not about your little 8-legged lives. Okay, there is a door to the side that leads to the safe room, and a door up ahead that leads someplace else. Is this the path to the safe room? Well, the safe room. Yes, it is! By the sound of things, and it also gives me a neat little blue herb in case I've decided not to pick up the other one for whatever reason, which, guess what? I did not pick up the other one. Ah, glory hallelujah. We are going to ditch the blue herb because I do not plan on getting poisoned. We are ditching the healing because I do not plan on getting hurt. I've just whipped out the ink ribbons. And presumably, yeah, there's 2 more of them right here. We get a whopping total of 5, and with all of these, we save at this juncture. In the storeroom L. Yes, the left storeroom of the sewage disposal facility, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. And at this point, I thank you all oh so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.